Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Crooked Network Interviews, where we interview local artists, musicians, businesses, anyone who's just independently doing something interesting on their own. Today we're here with Addie. She is a photographer based in New
Hello.
Jersey. She's been taking photos for like 6 years and has taken photos of events and concerts in New Jersey, Philly, and New York. She's taken photos at rock concerts, raves, and music festivals. And she also shoots portraits and has taken photos at fashion shows in New Jersey and New York. So to say the least, she's a beast. She's all over the place.
Thank you.
How did you get into photography?
Honestly, I actually started just as a regular person on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and I was a big fanatic of going to the beach a lot after work. So, like, I would just always take photos of sunsets, and that's kind of where my main focus was. And
Mm-hmm.
I guess, like, there was like a side comment once where it's like, oh, that's all you take. And I'm like, you know what? They have a point. Like, maybe I should expand myself. So then I did start like doing semi portraits just from my phone. And then I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, like, and then, yeah. And honestly, like, I got gifted, like, I'm blessed and my parents gifted me my first camera and it
Aw.
went from there. But it honestly really rooted from, an uncle who like always had his camera on him, like all the time was recording everything. So like that just like always inspired me to like, also have a camera and like record
Yeah.
the moments around you and stuff like that.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So it's a very touching subject for sure.
I love that. I love that. What was your first book shoot like?
If I can remember correctly, like first bugged, I want to say I think it was an engagement shoot,
Mm-hmm.
for coworkers that I had, and we did that at Deep Cook Gardens, and I literally didn't know
Oh,
what I was getting myself into, but I was just like, you know what? Yeah, let's do this, and they love the photos, so like that's kind of where it started off.
oh, beautiful. What's something you know now that you wish you knew when you first started photography?
Uh, Mistakes are okay,
Mm-hmm.
and like you can still edit those photos and like people would be like, whoa, like I think
Yeah.
back to this one photo. It's actually in my photography profile, like all the way down. And it's a
Mm-hmm.
photo I took in New York when we were doing like a photo walk. And I was really upset because like the picture itself became like on the subject was super, super blurry. And like
Mm.
I thought to myself, like, who's gonna want a blurry photo? Like this is not gonna work. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna still edit it and put it out there. And I still did because at the end of the day, even if it was blurry, it still captured a really nice moment of a father kind of helping their children ride their bikes and stuff like that. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's just like, who cares if it's a shitty photo, right? Like
Yeah,
you can make
yeah.
the best out of it and just like still put it out there. Other people will definitely not see what you see because as photographers, I feel like we're constantly checking every little detail.
Mhm.
And like other people aren't doing that. They're just like seeing the whole picture itself and it's like, wow.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
I feel like sometimes like blurry photos can like sometimes communicate a lot of more emotion than still photos too anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah. Why'd you pick dubstep and bass shows as a place for you to take pictures?
Uh, I in general have always been a fan of dubstep since like Skrillex in middle school. Like I'd be that girl on the bus jamming at 7 a.m. to Skrillex.
With the big headphones.
Yeah. I wish I didn't have the big headphones, but I still had headphones and like I just would always be that girl and I always like loved the music and always wanted to go to these kind of shows and
Hmm.
unfortunately I grew up in a very strict family where I wasn't really allowed to explore that at a very young age. But once I did and just being able to like see photographers in the crowd, I would just like look at them and be like, I'm gonna do that one day. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that one day. And like I'm here now.
Yeah. You shot at Submersion and Elements last year. How did you get the chance to do that, and what was that like?
Um, Honestly, it really comes down to the people you know and the people you surround yourself with. And I guess
Mm.
from doing gigs for Vibe Check, just like to start off in that way, at least. Like I met
Mm.
people through there, so they connected me to people. And then I did want to go to submersion in general just for fun. So I was joining, luckily my friend Kate, who actually has a vendor at submersion as well. So I like joined her as a vendor as well and helped her out. And I just honestly kept emailing submersion, just be like, hey, I'm still gonna go. I can do
Mhm.
this for you. Like I was just consistent.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, I will be there. Like I can just take photos for you guys and just like
yeah.
they were like, you know what? Yeah, go ahead. Like take photos and just
Mhm.
like went from there. And I guess from there they just like the way I took my photos and then they asked, I got the opportunity to do it again afterwards.
Oh my God. That's sick. That's sick as hell. Yeah. Will you maybe do it again this year at this year's submersion?
I haven't applied yet, but the goal is to definitely try to do it again. Uh,
Yay.
at least that's a goal. We'll see what
Yes.
occurs.
If you do, I can't wait to see how your pics come out because I know they'll be
Please do.
awesome. What are some of your favorite music festivals?
Submersion for sure has to
Hmm.
be at the top of the list. It's just too much of a homie fest, and I don't know, the vibes just like they're just so unmatched compared to
Hmm.
anywhere else, really. Like I haven't seen that really elsewhere. And I guess the second one would be Elements just because it's so close to home as well.
Mm.
And that's a super good advantage. I haven't really been to too many festivals, honestly, so I feel like there's other festivals out there that I definitely want to go to and probably are at that level of submersion, but I just haven't unfortunately been there yet.
What are some that you would want to go to?
I actually had planned to go to Infrasound. I was like super excited for that one too, because that also is very homey and
Hmm.
I've heard the sound system is great. So like I was
Hmm.
really going to go. But unfortunately I got booked for a gig, so I was just like, you know what? I'll just sell my ticket and work instead and stay home and save money.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe
But
next
definitely
time.
that's that one and Sound Haven. I think that's in Tennessee if I'm correct.
Hmm.
That's another good one I think I'd want to check out.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Hmm.
Little road trip.
I, I've driven to Tennessee before, so I can do
There you
it.
go.
I can do it.
I've seen you all over the NJ EDM scene at Soundwave Music Festival, Vibe Check, 365 Party Girl, and Submersion. How long did it take you to build your portfolio and reputation so that everyone knew you were a good local photographer for EDM events?
It's crazy to like, I never really looked back and saw how much time it truly took until you like gave me this interview question. But like looking back, it's only been 2 years since I've gotten into this. And it really just helps to put yourself out there and
Mm-hmm.
like from there someone knew someone recommended someone and then next thing
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm like I don't even know. Sometimes I'm just like I never really thought I would get this far, but it's really word of mouth and just like
Yeah.
maybe they just see like I'm really into this. Like I'm constantly moving when I'm taking photos, and like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I guess they just like really like that, but it was just word of mouth and just like putting myself out there, offering myself for free shows at first,
Mm-hmm.
to kind of get that experience. And then afterwards, there was a moment finally where I was just like, okay, maybe it is time to actually make this more of a job and like charge now.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta make money.
Mhm.
Do you have any favorite photographers that inspire you or get you excited?
There's this one recently that like really gets me excited. His name is Luke Ivanovich. I hope
Mm-hmm.
I'm pronouncing that right. And like he definitely is more than just photography. Like he definitely goes into like the film aspect of like changing the negatives around and just like
Mm-hmm.
I don't even I have to look more into like what exactly he does, but like his like graphic work is just so crazy and the way he takes photos of concerts just always amazes me because the colors he uses. I love like the grungy look he has and
Mm-hmm.
like he does do a lot of motion blur too and just like he's always one I'm definitely always like on top of like I there's not a picture I don't I don't like from his work. I'm like, God, dude, stop. You're like amazing. Like what the heck? Um as for like another one, I guess damn, I don't know. I'm filled there's so many talented people out there. It's like so hard to pick two. Um, but I guess just going back to more like that grainy kind of look. There's this photographer, Kyle. He goes by, I think his username is like Panda or something like that. I'm so sorry, I can't think of it at the top of my head right now.
Okay.
But he also, the way he edits is just like super grainy and like bright colors, like colors you wouldn't think of using.
Mm-hmm.
And that honestly just inspires me. Just like it, things don't have to like look like the natural color. Like they can step outside of the
Yeah.
box and just like make it all pink or make it all blue. And it just like to me, I love that so much.
Yeah, having fun experimenting.
Yeah, yeah.
It's more satisfying, the process of taking a picture and editing it, or when you actually have the final product.
I guess the final product, because even while um culling the photos and while editing, I still kind of give myself some doubts of like, damn,
Mm.
did I take this right? Did I not? But then once I actually like upload the gallery and look at them all together, I'm just like, you know what? These are, yeah, this came out really good. Like the vibe is good. It was everything. So like, definitely, I guess like the end product is like, just always amazes me to see like the kind of photos that, I can
Mhm.
take and capture that energy of the people, at the shows that I'm at.
Mm. What's it like shooting at raves and festivals versus shooting portraits and fashion shows?
Uh, Definitely, I think. That's a good question. I actually didn't think about this one.
It's okay. It's okay.
um, well, the hours are definitely different, but at
Mhm.
least I
Mhm.
also have not. I guess I haven't fully been in like the big industry fashion, so I'm sure
Mhm.
they're also putting in hours, but at least the fashion shows I've done, it's been like super quick. Portraits, same thing. It's like an hour, simple, you're done.
Mhm.
Shows and raves are not. Like those are nighttime. Like you're up for hours. Like when I did photos for Solar Sounds at Elements, like I was taking photos all morning. I had a break between like 6 to 1 a.m., but then like I went back, slept for a little bit, and then it's like back to work from like 1 to 5
Mhm.
a.m. So it's just like definitely a little more tiring, but
Yeah.
there's just like this energy to it that's just like, all right, let's go. Gotta keep going, gotta keep going.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Keeps me on my toes. I'll say that.
Yeah. Um, and then my last question is gonna be, did you ever expect that your photography career would pop off the way it has the past few years?
No, I was ready to quit.
Really?
There's been many times I've been ready to quit.
Oh.
And honestly, like it just comes to like putting yourself outside that box of what you think you can really do and then just do it. And then when you do it, you're like, I really did that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like no way. Cause like I said, like I started with sunsets on my phone. Then I
Hmm.
was like, I'll get on my comfort zone and, ask random strangers on the street for their photos. And then that kind of built up my courage a little bit more. And then, to then asking, Vibe Check if I can just come out and take photos for them. And like, I also like, I never thought they would say yes. I was just like, you know what? I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm sending it. Just, whatever. Let's see whatever happens, happens. And yeah, and it's just like really just putting yourself out there because the worst thing people can do is just say no, and then that's it. You move on, and there's always other opportunities that are open, afterwards.
Mhm.
So definitely did not think I'd be where I'm at right now.
Yeah. It's been so fun watching you grow and seeing you get better and better all the time. Um,
You.
Not to be a dork, but I would say, or a nerd or geek, whatever, you're one of the photographers that inspire me. And I always know that, like, you know, if I have a question, I could, like
100%.
specifically about photography, I could ask
Yeah.
you and you'll be nice and like you'll get back to me and be helpful. So it's
Oh
like,
yeah. I'm
yeah,
I'll do the best that I possibly can because I'm self-taught. So like I still struggle on my own stuff,
yeah,
but like still I'll definitely always be there for anyone that reaches out that needs any kind of help for sure.
yeah, you're just a good person.
Oh,
Um,
that makes me cry.
um, but yeah, it's been really cool to kind of just see you like you said, it just snowballed, and your pictures are always so bright and fun to look at, and I just feel like you're always like exactly like they come out crispy. You're always exactly capturing something like as it's happening. My favorite one this year was the one where the one you had from Submersion where some person was like swinging their leg and then the hoop was like
Oh, like
stopped.
midway in the air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Okay. Is it
fire.
the girl with the blue shirt? Maybe.
I think her shirt was blue.
Okay. Yeah. That was fun. Honestly, that's something I actually like. Sorry to extend this, but like
No.
that's something fun that I actually did this weekend. It's like my first time taking photos of more fire like flow art, and it's just like
Mm-hmm.
that's like I stay amazed by like what they do. So I'm over here like taking
Yeah.
photos like whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they're killing
Well,
it. I can't do
I
that with
love
my hoop.
that.
Like that's so cool. So I'm like, okay, go down. I'll take a picture of that.
Bam.
Yeah.
I love it.
But it's like cool to capture their flow, honestly. Like I got to give
Mm-hmm.
it to them too because I know they put hours into that too to perfect that
Mm-hmm.
as well, you know.
For sure. For sure. Well, yeah, I think that's about, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you so
Okay.
much for your time.
No, thank you. I really appreciate you asking me to do this. Like I'm still so flattered. Like
Yeah, I just knew that, one, you'd be open into it, and two, that, I haven't really talked to a photographer yet, so, and that I really wanted, like, I wanted to know your backstory, so I'm happy I
oh
got to know, I got to know your lore.
yeah, my lord.
Yeah.
I know, right? That's true. Yeah, no, I'm really glad that you asked because it's like it's definitely a really touching subject, just more so like around like being supported. Like I don't really have that support from my parents as much. So
Mm-hmm.
like definitely like having other people support just like means so much, honestly.
Yes, yes, I will always support you, girl.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Well, I hope you have a good night and drive safe and you'll kill it tonight in Philly.
Thank you. I'm so nervous, but like thank you.
Yes. Is it also like a rave or like is it a concert?
It's actually Afro Warehouse. So it's like a mix of tech and
Oh, that's
Afro.
so
Yeah,
cool.
it's like gonna be different. I just started including video in my package and they're like looking for recap videos, so I'm like super nervous about that, but
Hmm.
I'm once again putting myself out there, just said yes, and I'm gonna work hard to make sure I get them what they need.
Yeah,
So hopefully that'll work. And apparently there's gonna be drummers, so I'm like super excited to like
that'll be cool.
take
That'll be
photos
some
of
cool
that.
pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
Mhm.
like nervous, but very excited. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yay.
go head there now.
Yay. Oh, all
Yeah.
right. Well,
Thank
have a good
you.
night. Thank
Love you,
you.
Nicole.
Bye.
Bye.